rolling like Coolio. You know the drill. You buy the ticket, you take the ride. Hey, it's me. It's morning. I'm soaked. It's not really morning here, but it is for you. But I am drenched. We just had a torrential downpour. But welcome back. I think this is episode 20. That's like 2 decades full of episodes if we did them yearly. Um, that's some weird math. Anyway, I got into screen printing recently. I'm ready to pull my hair out as of right now. But last night I had to cancel my interview because my hair was literally getting ready to be pulled out. So I had to call the guy and be like, listen, dude, I can't talk right now because I just wanted to like hide in a ball in the corner and shake a little bit. So luckily, my friend Tyler always says if I need somebody to give him a call. So I gave him a call and he brought him and his friend Scotty today. Can you bring him in? Guys, what's happening?
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
Hey, Jimmy. Not too much. We might not be the best band in the business, but we're definitely one of the most available.
Yeah, and you're so far the most reliable. You were there, man. You were Johnny on the spot. I didn't even. Yeah, I didn't have to wait. Like I don't know. It was like 10 minutes, and you were like, "Yeah, man, it's on." I'm like, fixed.
Oh, I wasn't joking. I had fun last time, so definitely down. Glad that we could bring Scotty on this time. What's up, Scotty?
Hey, guys. Yeah, no, I'm excited to be here. I enjoyed the interview you guys had last time, so
Yeah.
excited to be a part of it
The
this
only
time.
thing that sucked about that was the fucking heat, man. Remember? Yeah, but he said it hasn't got.
Yeah, you were cooking in your
Yeah,
studio.
but he hasn't got. He said Scotty said it didn't get much better for you guys as of late, huh? You hit another heat wave.
Yeah, we got some storms and lightning strikes, so now there's like a bunch of fires kind of threatening our fire area. Like in Kamloops where Scotty lives, I live on the ski hill outside of town. I'm like 40 minutes away from Kamloops, and Scotty lives right in Kamloops. But our music producer, who also lives in Kamloops, he got evacuated from his house in the middle of the night because the fire was getting really close. And the other night, we spent the night at Scotty's house because we were on evacuation alert up here on the mountain, and we figured that it was going to get called in the middle of the night. So I brought like my dad and my girlfriend Katelina down to Scotty's house.
Well, at least you have somewhere to go, man. That's good, though. Like, I mean, that sucks, though. Like, I can't even imagine that. Like, I always think about those California ones. That's what I was saying to him before you jumped on there. I was just like, man, that always sucks to watch and see.
Well, just after I talked to you, Jimmy, a whole village in BC got leveled. Unfortunately, it was a place called Lytton, BC, and it was like the population, I believe, is just under 300. But they showed a picture of their main street before and after, and like everything's gone. All the houses are gone. It's fucked. It's like a whole
Oh
town.
man, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, and it's just that was right at the heat wave there, and where it was like over 120 degrees kind of thing. And yeah, it was just fire was started by, I believe it was a rail car.
That makes it, man.
You know, just
I would
so dry.
Right, I would just feel like you wouldn't run those like when it was that bad. You know what I mean? I mean, I know transportation has to go, but like, man, you know those things are throwing sparks, and like if it's half dry, like shit.
Yeah. Or that area needs to be like maintained properly, right? One or the other.
Yeah, like something. You know, like I don't know, like.
And I think the people of the village that burned down probably feel the same way.
Yeah, they're probably not going to be taking rail transportation or advocating it anytime soon. Like that, I would think they would like at least hose down the sides or something. You know what I mean? Like something.
Yeah.
But like I remember, I had railroad tracks. Like when I was growing up, my mom got remarried. We had literally railroad tracks behind our house, and dude, the fires like all summer long, all the time. But yeah, it's so annoying, man. Because like I don't know, the fire companies around here, like they're volunteers, and sometimes they get overly excited about things that like shouldn't be overly excited about. So they like congest, you know what I mean? Like there's like 7 fire trucks for like one little fire. Like I could have put out with a garden hose.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I see that California goes through it a lot, like you were saying, and I've got friends in punk bands in Australia, and they have to deal with a lot of that too. It's just weird. Like, why is it always the places that everybody wants to hang out that are always burning down? Why don't you have forest fires in goddamn
Right.
Pennsylvania? Like, does it not happen that
It
much?
really
Or-
doesn't, man. Not like you'd think. We actually, you know what I see a lot here too? We have fucking controlled burns.
Well, that's probably why you don't have so many forest
That's
fires.
probably it too. But like, I just
Yeah.
think it's too many people with nothing to do sometimes.
A
And
little
like,
harsh there, Ty. Wishing forest fires upon Pennsylvania.
I'm
you
just
know?
I'm not saying that everybody doesn't want to move to Pennsylvania because it's so awesome, but come on, like BC, California, Australia, those are all rad places.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be the first to like attest Pennsylvania's not that rad.
Well, you know what? I'm sure it's got good aspects, I'm sure that that we don't have here. You're telling me about that you got a punk bar in your town that's having lots of shows. That's cool. There's some more shows in the works right now, actually, in Kamloops that we're gonna be playing on. We can't say exactly who it is yet because they haven't been announced, but I will say that they're two of the most prolific and prominent Canadian punk bands we're probably going to be opening for this
That's
summer.
badass, dude.
So I'm excited about that.
Good for you. Good. That is exciting, man. That's awesome. Dude, tours are just like, I was gonna do like put on a show, and I was just like, I'm waiting till next year, just because it's like everybody just kind of cluster fucked a bunch of shows in the like 3 months, and like there's just no way.
Yeah. No shit. Have you jammed with the Lowdown guys in the last
No,
bit? Or what?
no. It was more of a joke, like, you know, in case like 10 of them got hurt. But I do think somebody is like filling in for bass for them when I go see them this weekend. From what I was told anyway. I don't know. We'll see when I get there. Like I said, that's still
All right.
days away. I got to make it that far.
Right on, dude. Just going back to the fire thing, like last winter, I guess it was, Scotty has a song that called BC is Burning that he wrote a long time ago, and we kind of worked on it together and put out this song called BC is Burning, and the lyrics are like pretty much exactly what's happening right now.
So
here.
you pretty much predicted the future.
Pretty much. Like I was sharing it in groups today, like all throughout Facebook groups and stuff, and I was like, I shared it in the Punk Canada one, and I shared it in the Skate Punk one, and then like I almost shared it in my town where like we're on evacuation alert, and then I was like, okay, maybe a little bit too on the
Yeah.
nose, so I just like didn't post it to that group.
Look at you. Look, you do have a heart.
Yeah. That might hit just a little too close.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That might get you the old ban from Facebook.
Yeah, well, we made a big effort to release the song like 2 months ago because we didn't want to be releasing it while there was a bunch of like forest fires and stuff. It's just.
So do you guys like
But
have a season of this like California can too? Like there's a season of like fires are more likely to happen.
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
so. We like in this region we haven't had fires like really bad for a few years, but all over BC, like there seems to be areas that get hit pretty hard. Like I think it was last year, 2 years ago, Williams Lake area just like had big fires blow right through there and evacuate like a whole city of like 20,000 people, right? Not a huge city, but still a lot of people to reallocate, right? And
That's big enough for me, man.
yeah.
Back in 2003, and then again in either 2008 or 2015 or something, we got evacuated because there was like really bad fires here around Kamloops and the Kamloops Fire Center. So it's something that we're used to.
Yeah, we
But,
never been evacuated here. Like you said, it just won't. I think it's because everything's green here and it just won't catch. It's all like shitty pine. It won't even burn. It's so shitty it won't even burn.
Oh my God, I can just imagine trying to go to the wood store. I was at the wood store the other day and like I was like, what is up with this wood at Home Depot? Where did I get this shit at the dump? Like every piece is just like warped and like I picked one piece up and it didn't even make it to the checkout counter. It like broke in transit on the way over
So is
there.
it like
We got
is it
some
ridiculously priced still? Up. Yeah.
it's wood has been brutal this year, eh, Scott?
Yeah, it's like started to go down in the market, but it's still pretty expensive in the stores right now. I think they got to sell all that expensive shit that they bought first
Yeah.
before they start dropping the prices.
Yeah, I
But
know that was like, you could own like a car that was like 2 years old or a 2x4 at one point, you know what I mean? Like, and then that's an 8 foot 2x4, by the way.
It's
I, I,
it's
Yeah.
bad.
I was talking to a guy. I work in the mill industry, and I was talking to a guy at one of the mills, and he was telling me they make a board, like a 16-foot board, like that sells for like over $100 in the States. One board.
I worked in a sawmill for like 2 years, but like we had 16-foot planks of red oak and shit like that. It was all rough cut stuff, but yeah, dude, we had 16-footers and they were a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Well,
that oak stuff too is expensive. That's like the hardwood is
And it's heavy as shit,
premium.
man. Oh my God, is it heavy?
Yeah.
hey, that shit costs a lot of cash.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, I just want to drop a quick station ID for you, Jimmy. Here, you can drop this like at the beginning of a show or something. But hi, this is Tyler from Let's Go. Join us for the second half of the show where we're going to discuss the price of wood for 10 more minutes. Let's go, Jimmy in the morning. Buzz.
Oh, I'm using that for sure. Why not?
How are we such dads? None of us have kids. Or do you have kids, Jimmy? I don't know if you have
My
any.
God,
But
no, dude. I
no,
say
okay.
like
How are we such
I don't know.
dads?
I always looked at myself kind of like the Highlander, dude. There can only be one. You know what I mean? Like there doesn't. Yeah, the world doesn't need any more of this.
Fair enough. I mean, we still have work to do. We still have work to do, Jimmy. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen one day, but like
I've made it so
we got
far. I've
goals.
made it so far, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to do it now. I never wanted to be an old dad, and that was it too. Like, I didn't want to be like 45, 50, having a kid, and like, I don't know. Now he's like 10, 15, and I'm like 65 and fucking immobile. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
You don't look a day over like 60.
I know. And stress takes me to about 87. So like, I
That's
do look
great.
great for my age. I at least think so. And it's all about my self-confidence, Ty.
Yeah, no, I think you look great. You know what? After everybody saw that first episode that we did, all the ladies were saying, not just the ladies, but people were saying, "Oh, who's that Jimmy
Oh,
guy, man? That was a cool show." They were like, "I like that. Who's that Jimmy guy? He's wild,
oh my.
man." They were like, "He's crazy."
Oh, are you lying to me?
No, they did. I got a few
Oh
comments.
well, yeah.
I
I
think
need to go to Canada then, because everybody else's here is like, wow, there's Jimmy. What a weirdo.
you know what? I actually got a really nice compliment from my friend Haley. She doesn't live in Kamloops anymore. She lives in Edmonton, so she's a good day's worth of driving away. But she watched our show, which I'm surprised she wanted to watch me talk for like half an hour. Like she's known me for 15 years. So, but she watched the show and she said, watching you guys on that show, it made me realize that I need to hang out with more funny people because I'm losing my edge. Like her and I used to joke around all the time, and she's like, I got to hang out with like you guys and Scotty and stuff. So I thought that was really sweet that she watched and she thought we were
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, absolutely, and thank you, because she actually, she's commented stuff on YouTube actually. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Was her last name Hobbs or something like that? Maybe. That's
the
it,
one,
man.
yeah. She's
Look at me remember.
good friend of Scotty and
Yeah.
mine. Scotty and I went to high school together, and we only started playing in Let's Go, in the last 2 years or something, and we hadn't played music together since the band we started in high school, and then carried a few years after high school. But Scotty and I went to school together, and we went to school with Haley as well. So it's nice that everything seems to be coming full circle, man. We're becoming the people we wanted to be when we were in like grade 8, and that's the way
No,
to do
for
it.
sure, man. The whole full circle thing, like I couldn't agree more. I say that shit all the time too. Sometimes I do one of these too, just to make it even better. You know what I mean?
just to help
dude.
visualize
Yeah,
it.
just in case you can't really get the point. I'm like, I want you to see the full circle. Like, it's full. But no, it's cool when shit comes around like that. Like, I don't know. I definitely, I wouldn't say I'm the person I exactly wanted to be when I was younger, but I'm getting close to being that person. I derailed a few times, so.
I think you're doing a pretty good job, man. Like I like that you're working on the screen printing in the show, and I know that takes a lot of work just doing the show and everything. So I hope you're enjoying it because yeah, it's awesome. And when you were a kid, did you even think you were gonna like live to be 60 years old like you are
No,
now?
and I always thought 25 was my cutoff.
That's what I kind of thought too. I thought I don't think I'll be 30 ever. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die before that.
And I just did too many dumb, like I did so much dumb shit, like in my early 20s too. I'm like, yeah, there's no fucking way I'm making it that far, man. Like, no way. And then you're looking around and I'm like,
You can see the writing on the wall.
and I'm just like looking around. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm almost 38. Like, how the hell did this happen? Like, now I got to make plans and do shit for the future. Like, fuck, I might be able to retire someday. Probably not, but that's a wishful thinking.
Better to try to plan for that. I guess.
Right.
You
At
know?
least I have the idea of
Stay
it.
positive, right?
Yeah.
You
I
know?
used to wing it day by day, and I
Like-
don't do that anymore.
Life looks pretty shitty when you go, oh, I'm gonna be working till I fucking die. You know?
Yeah, you at least got to find something you enjoy, I guess, if you're going to do that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know. I guess if you guys played music till you died, like, even if I played music till I died, I wouldn't be complaining. Like,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to make the most of this, and like, really, my goal is I would like to just travel the world playing music. That would make me happy because going around the world is something I want to do before I die. So,
Yeah, no, and like, I would definitely like to go around the world, too. The only time I've really been close to around the world is I went to the Epcot Center in Disney World, and you can go around the world there, but, like, you got to try to drink 2 alcoholic drinks in each country, you know what I mean? You make it around there, dude, you are fucked up.
that's crazy.
It's a good time, though.
Isn't that the ride on The Simpsons? Like the It's a Small World After All
Yes.
ride that was like an acid trip on The Simpsons?
Oh my god, I can't imagine taking acid and riding that fucking ride, dude. Like, oh, dude, they're everywhere. And then like it switches languages throughout the thing. Like it would be. Whew. I don't even know about being in that
Holy
park on that shit, man. Holy cow.
Yeah, generally, like Bill Hicks had a bit about like taking mushrooms and going to the fair, I think, and it was just like it's a bad idea, dude. Like so, acid in Epcot, mushrooms in the fair, 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. Like you're gonna have a bad
Yeah, yeah, great, dude. Wow, yeah, that's great math. That's great math. Did you say Bill Hicks? Wasn't that the dude? Maynard James Keenan. Isn't he really into him? Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Hicks was a stand-up comedian that he died a bit too young because of lung cancer, and he used to do comedy routines on stage. He would smoke the whole time he was on stage, talking about how he was going to die from smoking, and sure enough, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know.
You know, and I always felt weird about that. I had a friend who actually passed away last year, you know, and he would just, he was a great guy. He was always upbeat, but, you know, the things he'd always say would be always just like, oh, kill me, all this, all that, all, you know. And, like, he ended up dying of liver cancer at 40, and it was just like, I don't know. Did you wish that upon yourself? Like, you wonder that sometimes. I don't know. And I don't want to think that.
I think I do believe in a little bit of like the law of attraction in the sense of what you think about all the time and what you say is what you become, because what else do you have other than your words and your thoughts, you know, and your actions. So if you believe in something enough, I feel like it could happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I saw it, too. It was just, like, weird because, especially that young, you know, for something like a liver cancer, or just like, what the hell?
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. But that's actually who I'm naming my company after, because like it was right when Corona broke too, so he couldn't have a funeral or nothing. It was just like, fuck, man. So, little tribute to him anyway.
Which and what, like Slow Boat?
No, it's
Or-
it's called Quick Eddie's. His name was Ed Quick.
Okay. sweet.
Yeah, so I flipped it around a little bit. I'm gonna have him beating on like a '50s Fast Eddie all the time.
Okay, dude, you just triggered a memory that I had on tour. Like, I would like to tell this
Please.
story to honor your friend, Quick Eddie. I was on tour with this Australian band called Avarice, and we did a quick Canada tour just through like BC and Alberta before we went into the States to do the Warp Tour thing that I had told you about last episode. So I booked all the shows out of the phone book for this tour that we did in Alberta and BC. So I would just look up food, music, and the yellow pages, and I would call the establishments up, right? So I found this place called Eddie Shorts in Edmonton in the phone book, and I called them up and I said, hey, we're coming through on this date. Do you want to give us a show? And they said, yeah, that's all good. So fast forward, a month later, we get to Edmonton. We get out of the van, and I've printed up. We were printing flyers in the van, like handbills, and I'd cut them all up. And I was going on the street to hand out handbills for the show. And I found my way into this alley, and this guy rides by on this bicycle in this alley, and I flag him down, and I go, hey, man, you want to come to this show at Eddie Shorts? And he stops on his bike, and dude is like 50, maybe 55, has a mullet and an earring with a chain and like a cross. Like it was a hangy, dangly chain cross earring, and just one ear was pierced. It was probably, I don't know what ear it was, but so he's got this rockin' earring, and he pulls up on his bike, and I hand him the handbill, and he goes, Eddie Shorts? And he hawks up this big loogie and spits it on the ground. He says, I don't go there anymore. Too many. And then he used a word that isn't very nice to describe homosexual people. So he spits on the ground and says, there's too many homos there or whatever, in as many words. And so I was like, okay, that was weird, but I just move on with my day. And then we get to, that was funny enough. That could have been the whole story. But then when we got to this venue, I've told this story before, and we should probably bleep out the name of the establishment, even though it's not around anymore. But we got there and we started trying to do sound check. Like when we walked in, there were all these biker signs like Hell's Angels or whatever, and Harley Davidson. And we started trying to do sound check at like 6 p.m. and they're like, no. There's people working downstairs. And like then we look at the parking lot, and there's all these women going in and out of cars, like nice looking cars in the parking lot. And like we kind of just looked around, and I was like, oh shit, we're in a whorehouse. Like it literally was like this bar with a brothel underneath of it. And so that was pretty cool to play in that kind of a place. But it still makes me wonder what that guy was talking about in the alley. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's the opposite of what he said. Like,
Well, that story actually triggered a show story for me. So it was like 2017, I think. We heard Swingin' Utters were coming to Pittsburgh, and we're like, oh hell yeah, man, we're going to see Swingin' Utters. Well, it's a weird bar, and I forget even what the name was, but like we're on the way down, and we're getting close to Pittsburgh. He's like, well, Google, where that bar is exactly, and I'm like, hey man, it's coming up like a male friendly bar, I'm like, do you think this is right? And he's like, look at the tickets. He's like, I mean, it says it's right. And I'm like, well, do you think this is weird now? Like, like, do you think like they're just gonna like play there, or like how's that gonna work? And so, we're like, well, whatever, we'll figure it out. So we go there, and sure enough, like you could walk straight in to go to the normal place, but like you could walk in and hook a right, and then down the stairs, and there was a basement bar where Swingin' Utters was playing, and I was like, now I get it. But it was just like when I first pulled that up, I'm like, hey, this is gonna seem weird, but
that's hilarious. Especially you went to like go see a band called Swingin' Utters in like a gentleman's club.
Right? Like
That's great.
Like yeah, it was all just kind of like, I'll be damned.
That's great. Oh my god.
So
That's beautiful, man. It's all sorts of different places you get to see because of this punk rock thing we started when we were kids, huh?
yeah, it's I don't know, it's taken me definitely places I never thought I'd go for sure, and I'm not even in a band. But it's cool.
Yeah, no, I've seen some cool places. I haven't been as far as Tyler, but it was cool for us even when we were in high school, playing shows with some like bigger bands, that like you idolize and stuff. And, we played one gig out of town when we were in high school. We played with this Canadian band who's like from Quebec, and they're called the Ripcords. Been making noise since like the 80s or something, that was like, that's pretty cool. Like just getting to do stuff like that, you know. And, yeah, pretty excited.
When we showed up to that gig, when we opened for the Ripcords, yeah, we were so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I remember they had to like, it was at this place called the Ye Olde Skinning Shack, and they had to like corral a bunch of wild horses like out of the area before we set up. There was like all these horses and shit. It was a good time.
Yeah.
There was like a stage and like a pasture.
Oh my
It
god!
was
Like,
it-
I need to go to Canada. This place is bullshit. Like,
Yeah, dude.
like Morgan's telling me that time about stripper poles like in between sets and stuff like that. Like, we don't have none of that good time stuff here. Like, that would make me happy. Like, even corralling horses, I'd be like, what in the hell is going on here? But it's funny,
Speaking of
makes for cool
Yeah, and a
memories.
good story.
Yeah, sure. Right.
nice. That's sweet. I hope that we get to gig with Blacked Out sometime soon. They're fucking sweet
They are,
band.
man.
And also Alien Boys. They're fucking sweet. Would love to gig with them.
Yeah,
Sc-
I never even knew, like, I don't know, that there was this whole other world of Canadian punk rock up there. And, like, he opened it up to me, and I was just like, holy shit. You guys got some good shit going on up there, man.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! There's so many great Canadian punk bands. Scotty, speaking of high school, you remember that gig we played at the Max?
Like from
I
Saved by
don't
the
know if it
Bell?
was open. No, it was this super shitty club downtown that had like a buck a beer night, and that's like $2 a beer in American, back then. But it was like a big deal. This city shut down this buck a beer night thing because it was just reckless. People were getting fucking pickled,
Yeah.
And we had this gig there. I don't know if it was opening for the Unseen or if it was SNFU, but the fact for the matter was we weren't old enough to be in the bar at the time. We were probably like 15, 17. Do you remember what happened that night when we played with Scotty or with Sound City Scotty?
Yeah, man. So we ended up like getting to play and open up, and then they put us in this, like, after we finished our set, we dragged our gear off, put it into this closet, and then they're like, yeah, you guys can hang out here.
And we wanted to
Watch
see
the
the
show.
Unseen, and we opened.
Yeah. So
They were
we're
like-
sitting in this closet watching the show,
To this day, like, they were like, oh, you guys, because, like, they were all older punk dudes, right? And it's a band that we had played with 10 times. They're like friends of ours and stuff, but they were like, you guys, the liquors inspector is here. You got to fucking hide in the closet. And we were like, oh my God, okay. And like, I don't know if the liquor inspector was there or not, but it was pretty fucking awesome.
That's pretty sweet. I just remember, I actually, like, when I had the local, like, John on here from town, another guy from town was watching, and I got to talking to him, and, like, here, we didn't know it, but I had opened for his band back when I was like 15 years old. And he's like, oh my God, that was you. He's like, dude, everybody was so worried you weren't going to be allowed to play. And I'm like, I remember. And I'm like, I remember doing shots of tequila in the fucking Ford Explorer outside and like just waiting for the, yeah, he can or the, no, he can't. And they're like, yeah, he has to play, but he has to leave right after. And I never did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, that's part of the fucking magic allure of punk rock, or at least it was back then when that was the thing. Like in high school, it's like, oh, dude, we can go to bars and party and see our favorite bands. Like, of course, we're fucking starting a band.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
Yeah, and then
And-
they throw you in the closet.
And then they throw you in the closet for fun. They're probably just standing there laughing the whole time on the other side of the closet door.
Yeah.
But you can have one of those guys on from Sound City Hooligans, and you can ask them about that. They're a fucking sweet Kamloops band.
I will.
Um,
Was there anything else you guys want to talk about? Because I'm gonna go soon.
what was I gonna
You had
say?
something.
Oh fuck, I'll talk forever.
I know,
Jimmy.
I could talk to you forever, and that's I'm just looking at the time, and I'm like, I gotta get so much shit done.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Can I
it.
thank you
We,
so much for jumping in like this, and Scott, to you too for coming on. Like, you guys are lifesavers. You're two like life preservers in Canada right now.
I know
You're
worries,
keeping
man.
me afloat.
That'd help.
I appreciate it.
It's
Hey.
my pleasure,
No,
dude.
seriously, I really appreciate it. And also, if you wanted to send those files, Ty and like Scotty, just send them to the email that we sent you the link to. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
Okay, well,
all right, man. We'll keep in touch, both of you, and let me know about that tour once you get going, and I'll spread the word as well.
okay, sounds good, man.
Thank you, guys.
Take it
You
easy,
too. Nice
man.
meeting you, Scotty.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you
Peace.
later. That was Scotty and Ty from Let's Go. They were saving my ass once again. I greatly appreciate it, guys. That was 20 of them. We did this 20 weeks in a row. Nicc, wow, we did it. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Buy tickets to Punksylvania. It's coming up. It's gonna kick ass. You know the drill. Buy the ticket. Take the ride.